What's up, Playboys? Dana White is furious. This is the riskiest video I've ever had to make. Please don't ruin me.
I tell kids all the time, if you even have this much savage in you, everything out there right now is for the taking.
You know, sometimes kids, you just got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and, it's really the learning that we do as we fail. Hey, man, shut your mouth, man. We ain't trying to listen to that shit right now, you damn pussy bitch, man. That's Chandler's kids and Chandler at home.
God, it's almost impossible to break into this business because it's been so established, and even the companies, all these companies that are so soft right now, everything out there is for the taking. If you have even this much savage in you, if you are willing.
John Jones is a deeply closeted homosexual man. There's nothing wrong with it, YouTube admins! So yesterday I made a video exposing Israel Adesanya and all of the terrible things that he's done to give ammunition to Sean Strickland to use against him at their press conference and expose him on the main stage. Now, I showed you in that video him violating his own dog.
Yes, social media is the greatest marketing tool in the world. If you own a business or you're aspiring to do something, and get your image, your product, your whatever it is out there, you're insane not to be on social media. But don't go on social media and thinking that it's going to... Here's the other thing that you have to understand, too, about the negativity on social media. If you're out there looking to promote something, you have to embrace the negativity.
Embrace the negativity, Dana? We'll come back to that later. Guys, every great empire needs a villain. Someone who disrupts, mocks, and refuses to fall in line. In the world of MMA, there's no bigger rogue than MMA Guru. Somehow, doing it all without spilling his mayonnaise.
Oh, fuck. We could very much see. I just fucking tipped over my mayonnaise bottles there by moving my elbows, you guys. Either way, I actually did just attempt to get, physical with my hand movements and knock over a bottle of mayonnaise.
MMA Guru is the internet's court jester with a flamethrower. He's a keyboard warrior who actually wins battles, right? And the UFC? Well, look, they pretend to hate him, but deep down, they know that he's the best thing to happen to engagement since Conor McGregor threw that trolley at the bus. His videos and live streams get the same viewership that the UFCs does. And when you compare him with the 4 biggest MMA analysts behind him, he gets the same viewership that they do combined. But if he's the best thing to happen to UFC engagement, why do they act like he doesn't exist?
Hold on. Before you say anything, don't get me banned.
I won't get you banned.
All right, go.
This is my first time on a TikTok. What I gotta do? Start dancing?
No. No. Hold on. Okay, people are gonna ask you questions. Look, people are gonna ask you questions.
God.
So just you don't have to hold it like.
Well, no.
Like
I gotta read? What do you guys want me to? I have no beef with him. I have no beef with that man.
Did you see how quickly Nina Drama's hand went up to stop Sean from saying MMA Guru's name? All because a fan wanted her to end the beef with him. The fans want the MMA Guru in the UFC universe.
I would never do something.
We know what you like, Ariel. We know what you like.
Wow. By the way, someone's going to do a 45-minute breakdown of this exchange. Here's the thing.
Whatever you say, brother.
But you do have to admit, no one supported you more than Dana White. I mean, you would say...
What? Shout out to MMA Guru. He's been amazing. I know a lot of people in the media and all that stuff. They don't really like.
That's my boy. That's my biggest fan.
He is your biggest fan, right? But that's one thing I love.
He's going to do a 45-minute video just on this 10-second interaction, just for the record. He's going to do a 45-minute breakdown.
Anything that Ariel can do not to say MMA Guru's name, right? And he sits there mocking the fact that MMA Guru will make these, 45-minute breakdowns. When again, if you just look at the numbers, every single one of MMA Guru's videos destroys the viewership that Ariel Helwani will get. Why don't you collaborate? Why won't you get him on your show? You could have the same type of numbers that you did with your Dylan Dennis interview. Like seriously, you would rather spend 2.5 hours talking to Dylan Dennis than talking with the biggest MMA analyst in the world right now, backed by the people. And what about Uncle Chael? the bad guy, the gangster from the mean streets of West Lynn, Oregon, the guy who isn't afraid to pick a fight with anybody. Why is this the only video that we can find of him even mentioning MMA Guru's name?
Right here. How much better would the UFC be if they legalized cage grabbing? It would essentially eliminate every Dagestani wet blanket in the UFC. Also, have you heard of the MMA Guru? Of course I've heard of the MMA Guru, for goodness sakes. Legalized cage grabbing, I don't love the idea. I've got to tell you, I don't love it. But possibly it's because you call it Dagestani wet blankets.
You're a Dagestani wet blanket. I can't believe I ever looked up to you. Aren't you meant to be building a YouTube channel? Aren't you meant to be the guy that understands every dynamic of media and how to position yourself the best to get attention and visibility? But you've got this guy who's out there getting 10x your viewership, and you're gonna let him be the champ? You're gonna let him eat your lunch money? Poor Uncle Chael. He let MMA Guru get close. The UFC is a war machine, a billion-dollar spectacle. Fighters are investments. Stories are carefully crafted. And then there's MMA Guru, a one-man wrecking crew, dismantling it all from his chair. You could almost make the argument that MMA Guru single-handedly destroyed Israel Adesanya's career by bringing so much focus and attention to the insecurities that he has that Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis then went after him on those insecurities in the press conferences, got in his head, made it so that he wasn't able to perform on the night, and has lost every fight since MMA Guru got him into his sniper. There's a possibility that MMA Guru is the reason why Adesanya lost his crown and his career has never been the same since.
We've seen him violating his dog on camera, okay? And thinking that's acceptable to post online because he's that confident with doing it, okay? We've seen him wearing dog collars at events.
What about fucking? Does that affect you?
Never, dude. Nah, man. That's a myth.
Okay.
Facts. I made records this week. I'll just leave it at that. Fight week. Not just in the fight game, not just in the cage. I was making records. Shout out to the puppy.
The puppy?
Whoa.
What? What?
To bring the belt back to the States. Fucking no more painted fucking nails. No more dog collars. For fucking you guys. Let's fucking go. I live a good life. I do fucking good things. I'm not jerking my fucking dog off, swearing allegiance to China, shitting on my ex-girlfriend.
10 seconds. Adesanya lands a kick to the body. Likelihood. Sean Strickland.
That's no bullshit, so please, I would never bring your family into this. Hold on. I never bring your family into this. Don't bring your family into this. Please, come on.
Nobody said anything about dogs, bro. Chill out.
I said that.
Bro,
shut the fuck up. You don't even know anything about my story. You have no idea who the fuck I am.
I don't care about your story.
I do this for the people I love, and I'll fight for you forever. I swear to God.
Watch this. Look, I'm a fucking human being. I am a man. I can cry and whoop your ass at the same time.
Du Plessis commanding the center of the octagon. Oh, he hurt him with that one bad. Right on the side of the head.
Oh, Izzy said no, stand and fight now.
A little Max Holloway downward point, big right hand. 3 in a row for Du Plessis. And now drags Adesanya down. Straight to throwing one hook in. Let's see if...
Oh, he's got the choke. He's got the choke.
Du Plessis.
Oh, he gets it done.
Still.
Oh my God.
South Africa, Dricus Du Plessis.
It really seemed like Adesanya's head was not in the game in those fights, and I have to wonder how much MMA Guru's content had to do with that. But the focus that MMA Guru has put on Adesanya pales in comparison to what he's done for John Jones. He made a 3-part series outing the fact that John Jones might be a deeply closeted gay man, and then looped Colby Covington into the whole thing so that Colby would go out and start talking about how John is this big fruity guy and the media needs to look into all of these crazy things that he's been doing.
Earlier, listen.
By the way, Mike, I saw his hand slipping over to you. What was he trying to give you a hand? Andy, what's going on?
He was trying to give you a handy. Why was his hand slipping over to you like that in the middle of it, Mike? The guy that Jones called a sweetie earlier.
Caffrey friend, he's fine.
What was he trying to give you a handy? What's going on?
He's like my Caffrey friend, he's fine.
He's like my crappy friend. He's fine. This is a gay man! And there's nothing wrong with that, YouTube admins. It's just true.
We're good.
And he's nervously, we're good.
You're good in more ways than one.
It's fine.
What did Jones just say? He knows where he's going home tonight. It's fine. Listen.
You're good in more ways than one.
It's fine.
He knows where he's going home tonight. He's fine.
So you get we see we got a love triangle here, Mike. I see potential in this dude.
Is your butthole tight or what?
He's asking that to the friend of his sat next to him and the comedian's even's like, okay. The comedian's like, all right, I get comedy, but you're just being gay in a crowd. Now, why is Jones asking this? Why is he requesting to put his fingers there? Grabbing the groin of the guy next to him that the comedian notices, that he called his sweetie earlier, that he says knows where he's going home tonight, that he's out completely drunk with in Los Angeles. And by the way, those LA guys, I'm totally obsessed with them. This is John Jones, okay?
Well, he wants to test you.
And like he even said, is your so-and-so tight?
Is your butthole tight or what?
Well, he wants to test you. Mike.
He wants to test it, Mike.
Bro, Mike goes into your butthole. That's what you don't understand. You ready to give up your butthole?
God damn it.
Jones, are you ready to give up your so-and-so to Mike? God damn it, he says.
That's my answer.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is that a yes or a no?
Everyone right now is like, oh, is he gay? We just uncovered a gay guy in the crowd here.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh, Mike!
And then he admits, yes, he'll let Mike do it there. The guy that he's out with, drunk with, at a comedy show with, calling sweetie, grabbing the groin area of. Talking about fingering the you-know-what of. He would let him.
Oh, get some black bullies.
So wait, what have you...
Get some what?
Been drinking.
Guess
you
what?
were cheating
what will you say when I beat you this time?
What are you going to say when I'm with you?
Okay, no, seriously.
What are you going to say when I'm with you?
It's gay!
Yeah, is that true?
made me train so much harder.
I know.
I love it.
The videos of you crying and all that.
Oh, yeah, I was crying. Oh, I saw you crying, too, when you got tested positive for steroids.
Oh, yeah, but...
You were crying when you got popped for steroids.
Did
you cried, too, when you got popped for steroids, young man.
But did USADA ever say the word steroid? It's gay! It's gay! Gay! It's right in front of us the whole time!
I am so sick of this fucking scheme!
This is what I would say. This is what I would say. Well, oh my God, I cannot believe that happened. Okay, now I answer your question. Now you answer my question.
Okay.
What are you gonna say if I beat you, when I beat you this time?
Oh my God, I'm probably gonna say, oh my God, I cannot believe that happened.
Hey, John,
He actually, yeah,
He did it again. That's gay! This gay man! This gay man! Like, if you're across from this man, you're like, this guy's gay. Straight away. If anyone in a conversation with you, this male, comes out with this type of mannerisms and in afflictions in the voice and those type of facial expressions, he's gay. Straight away, your mind goes, this guy's gay in front of me. Right, let's tread. No, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, YouTube admin. Fuck. I'm Muslim. I'm not. Fuck, I shouldn't have said that either. For the rest of this video, I'm gay. I can't do anything wrong. Right. You watched my channel at all, Colby? You're saying a lot of MMA Guru talking points here about John Jones. You viewed my videos anytime?
I've seen your videos a couple times. Yeah, I definitely have. You know, a lot of the fans, you know, you're a people's champ. You know, they call me the people's champ, but you're you're the people's media champion. So, I definitely pick up on what the fans are putting down, and they speak highly of you. So, I've seen some of your videos. I love how you trash on some of the most trashiest people in the sport between John and Ariel. So, big respect. You got my respect, brother.
A lot of people say I go too hard on that type of thing, but in my opinion, if you're putting hands on a woman, it's fair game. I should be able to say what I want then. I'm not going after Stephen Thompson too much for anything, maybe a few things here and there, but I'm not going after the same way I would after John Jones. I don't think there's anything out of pocket about what I'm saying there, dude. He seems pretty scummy, to say the least.
Yeah, you're saying facts, dude. Are people mad that he beat up his wife and left her bloody in a Las Vegas hotel room? I mean, how many times has the guy been to jail? How many steroid failures he had? He hid under a fucking cage for 12 hours. I mean, the guy's the absolute scum of the earth. Like,
man, John has some fruity tendencies. I think the media needs to look into like some of the fruity things that he does. It's very strange. But I can't tell you, I know that he has been with some women because I remember in college, he always used to get like the fattest girls in the school. I'm talking 300 pounds plus. And he knows deep down inside, this is not a joke. He knows deep down inside, like I know his dark hidden secrets that are in his closet. So he's been with some of the just fattest, just 300-pound slobs. It's disgusting. I mean, dude, John Jones is an absolute fucking disgrace to this earth. He's a fucking joke.
The stars of the UFC, the analysts and personalities of the UFC, and the staff at UFC corporate all ignore MMA Guru. But here's the real question. Why doesn't the UFC do something about it? Why let one rogue voice tear down their biggest stars, dragging top fighters' reputations through the mud? I think I might know why.
Here's the other thing that you have to understand, too, about the negativity on social media. If you're out there looking to promote something, you have to embrace the negativity because the negative people are so loony, they're so batshit nuts that these people will stay on there all day fighting with everybody to make it, and it kicks you up into the algorithm and actually makes your post act more popular.
Looks like Dana just let the cat out of the bag. Here's the perfect example. For months, MMA Guru was making videos talking about how John Jones was ducking Tom Aspinall, and even got an interview with Tom to address this point. And after creating so much attention around this fact, when John was having his press conference to fight Stipe Miocic, the crowd was more interested in chanting Tommy, Tommy, Tommy at John Jones, not only bullying him, but building the biggest potential heavyweight fight the UFC has ever seen directly after this fight with Stipe. So for Dana's perspective, every time he hears the crowd chanting Tommy, he just hears more and more dollars falling into his bank account.
And last one from me, we all know that this Saturday has to take place, but for you personally, do you still want to see the winner of this fight Tom Aspinall to unify the heavyweight title?
Was that for me?
Yeah.
What's the question?
Do you want to see the winner fight Tom?
The winner should absolutely fight Tom. Who's got the next question?
Knock it off.
They hate him, they mock him, but deep down, they know they've created a monster they can't control. He's not the hero the UFC wanted, but he's the one they need. He keeps the sport real. He says what everyone else is afraid to, and in doing so, he keeps the UFC honest, whether they like it or not. Without villains, there are no heroes. Without critics, there's no growth. And without Guru, the UFC would be a little too polished, a little too corporate, and a lot less interesting. He's the necessary evil that keeps the sport alive, the outsider who somehow became a central figure in the MMA world. He's the anti-hero the UFC can't control, but can't afford to ignore. So the next time you see a fighter clapping back at Guru, remember, it's all a part of the game. What are your thoughts? Do you think MMA Guru is the anti-hero the UFC needs, or just a clout-chasing douchebag? And guys, this is my first video. I'd love to make a ton more, but the only way I'm going to do that well is with your feedback. So like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know how I could do better. See ya.